Hey guys, welcome back to Chapter 1 in General Chemistry. This is going to serve as an example for dimensional analysis, just to make sure we have this skill locked in. So the problem that we are going to answer is convert 101 meters to yards. What you see on the screen is a dimensional analysis table or unit conversion table. This is something that should be given to you in general chemistry. If you are in my general chemistry class, this is exactly what you'll see on your exam. If you're in other general chemistry courses, this is certainly something they should provide for you, not something you'll need to memorize. To solve this problem, the very first thing we're going to do is write down the information that's given. So I'm going to write down the measurement that was taken. That was 101 meters. So I'm going to use this slide to do my work. So 101 meters. I'm going to draw my train track, so horizontal line, vertical line. And then with little to no thought, I shouldn't have to think much about this, I can get another unit onto the paper. So I'm going to write meters on the bottom. So the unit you're trying to get rid of goes diagonal, goes on the bottom, because when we divide, that unit is going to cancel. That's what we want. Clicking back to my problem, I see that I'm trying to convert from meters to yards. So I'm going to go ahead and put the unit of yards on the top. That's my destination. That's what I'm trying to get to. So that's going to go up there. Okay. Now I have my units set up. Now I need to determine what numbers to plug in. So looking at my table, I'm going to live here in the length, so meters and yards are a length. And the very first equality I see is meters to yards. So I see that the number 1 is attached to meter. So when I go to my problem, I'm going to keep the number 1 with the unit meters. So that's going to go on the bottom. And then I look at my unit for yard, and I see this ridiculously long number. So I see 1.0936 is attached to the unit yard. So that's going to stay with that unit. So 1.0936. Got to move this over. So now I have my problem set up. My units were put into the train track. Now I can just plug that into my calculator. So I'm going to type 101 times 1.0936, and then divide by anything on the bottom. So divided by 1. And here's what my calculator spits out. 110.4536. Remember, we always have to consider significant figures. So we are not looking at the equality or the conversion factor for significant figures. We will always go to the original measurement that was taken. So some sort of instrument was used to get this number. So that number has 3 significant figures. So I am limited to 3 significant figures in my answer. So I would answer 110. And then the unit is yards. So that is another dimensional analysis problem. I hope you guys found this helpful.